Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Fleeced. I am your host Harry and the co-host Daniel.
How we doing, Fleece Nation? Yeah, it's me, your boy, Dan. So, I guess I'm here now. We were supposed to have a third person, but well, he was going to cost too much money to have on the show with us. So we sent him away to a nice little farm. Will he be with all the other people who
A
displeased us? So
farming
anyway,
engineer.
yes, he'll be engineering all the Boeing airplanes. Yes, he'll be. There won't be any accidents that come from this one, I assure you. But anyway, so if my brother has done a good job with the first episode, you'll know what he's
I
about,
definitely
what kind
do.
of stuff he does. Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm lacking the confidence there, bro. So you probably got a few vibes from him, but with me, I work a little different. First and foremost, I am a big ass hater. First and foremost, like I hate everything. Like you could be having like a glorious
He
day. It's like,
literally
oh my
does hate
god.
everything.
Yeah, I do hate everything. He knows. He has to live 24/7 with my hating ass every day. He could just be waking up. It's like, oh my god, the sun is shining. The birds, they're fucking singing. The flowers are blowing. And over here, like, no bitches. Yeah, and that's one of the nicer days. Honestly, like he's over there, like, yep, you know what? I'll take that. Normally, he just like fucking picks me up from the bed and just like Bane back breaks him. But anyway,
He only got
speaking of
me.
hating.
He only got me happy if I came to the cinema or anywhere outside from home.
Unless the movie's bad, in which case I whip him all the way back to the car. I treat
Yeah,
him like my slave. He doesn't really get to enjoy any of the freedoms most modern people do. Speaking of modern, that leads to the modern world, of course. And the modern world is the stemming of which all of my problems come from. Yeah, I said stemming. That's definitely a word. Look it up. I definitely did. My source, it came from a dream. But like, there's just some things out there that annoy me. They probably might annoy you as well. I hope. Hopefully, I'm not just going insane and that I'm just spouting random bullshit on a podcast. But listen, you know what I really don't get among most things? There's just sometimes like a general stigma towards certain crap that it just doesn't really make too much sense when you really start to think about it and use your brain, which, believe it or not, I tend to do. Look at that massive forehead. There's got to be some brain in
and
there.
something above it.
Exactly. Look, hair. And it's not a receding hairline. I'm fucking goated. So you already know what I'm talking about. But the first thing I gotta bring up is what's up with the hatred that the seemingly just like out of nowhere hatred that most of society has for video game soundtrack. I will never understand it. I
Is,
hope I never do understand
is
it.
that really a thing?
That's a bro, that is a thing. That
From
is a
I
massive
listen,
thing.
I listen to gaming soundtracks almost every day.
Like no, but like between us two, like we know they're awesome, but like, you know, society as a large, you know, the fucking normies.
I
Like
mean,
they
basically, there are some soundtracks from films or games that you wouldn't really listen to, like, without watching the film or game, but, like, otherwise, like, I watch the Undertale soundtrack every now and then.
you watch the soundtrack.
What the fuck did I just say? I listen to it. Fuck.
As you can see, loyal listeners, another classic blunder of my brother.
I
Yeah,
listen to the, I listen to the Undertale soundtrack every now and then.
but
Okay.
he got it right.
Fuck.
Nah, but like between us two, like of course it's like not a big deal, but like, you know, when you go outside, which like rare for me, I know. But like when you go outside and you like start playing that shit, I even on like shared playlists I have with a few friends on Spotify, there's just this like seemingly like endless hatred for most video game soundtrack, and I'm just like, why? Like 9 times out of 10, they don't even really give you like an actual reason. They just like fucking, they're just
It's,
like,
it's
it's
because it's from a,
shit.
because it's from a video game, that's what it is.
Literally, I think it's just because it's from a
But
video game.
Well, it's funny because I played two soundtracks for Dad. Mass Effect 3 he really liked, and Planet Coaster, which he also really liked.
Did you
Everything else.
tell him it was from a video game? Because
Yeah,
that
yeah, no,
might,
I did. Yeah, I told him they were from video games and he still liked them.
that's amazing. Because I
I
feel
know.
like The only scenario where that would work is that if you didn't tell them that they come from video games, and they'd be like, "Oh
Yeah.
yes, these are very impressive," and then you tell them they're from video games, like, "Shit,
Yeah, no,
what kind
but
of fucking crap?"
no, because the thing is, everyone loves the Mass Effect 3 soundtrack. I mean, where they love the third one out of the whole franchise, I don't know. But everyone loves it, from what I know.
Yeah. I do remember the Mass Effect 3 soundtrack from that one skin fucking pack from Minecraft, but I'm
Oh, the
like,
mashup, yeah.
yeah. Well, that's like, because, like, I mean, specifically in Dad's case, that's sort of like a grand sort of orchestra piece, and he's kind of like in a Hans Zimmer on that. And I guess,
Yeah.
like, okay, different people have different opinions, and it's like I always say, everyone is entitled to their own opinion, even if it is the wrong one. And a lot of people have the wrong opinion. I'm just saying, if you think video game music is bad, you're invalid. And maybe, just maybe, you ought to just, like, perish or something. I don't know. Oh, fuck. You should do that. You should fall off into the distant realm. Where, like, create a spatial rift. Like, I don't understand what the hatred is. It's not even like they construct like a decent point. Like with individual tracks, like, okay, maybe they'll say like, I don't like the tempo, or the instruments are wrong, or why is it called 16 Cowboys at Ram Ranch or some shit like that. But like when I'm talking about like soundtracks as a whole, they don't really give a concrete evidence. It's just like they'll just like literally judge
It's
the
just
thing.
a gag
by its
argument.
cover.
It's shit.
It's shit. It came from a video game. What do you expect? A round of applause? You expect any praise? I don't give a shit if Mario Galaxy 1 is the best soundtrack ever. It came out on something called the Nintendo Wii.
I despise those who say that the Mario Galaxy soundtrack is bad.
Yeah,
When it was literally the first one to ever be done by a proper orchestra.
Yeah, I'd say you'd be hard pressed to find anyone who like genuinely is like, I despise the Mario Galaxy soundtrack. You might find some guys who are like, I don't like these particular tracks, but like as a whole, as far as the whole score goes, you're not gonna find that. At least I hope you wouldn't, because like, we might have like a few problems if you did, but like, aside from that, I just don't think that's really a case, because like even there's at least one track that even the most hating ass hater like myself would enjoy, but naturally because I'm awesome, I enjoy 80% of the score. But it's just like 9 times out of 10, like you could just be like, you might not even be like playing video game music in like the car on like the radio or anything. That you might just be listening to, and then they come up to you, it's like, oh,
By
what are you
yourself.
listening to?
By yourself.
Yeah, and then they look at it, it's like, what the fuck, video game music? What the fuck is this? No, why are you listening to modern shit? And I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
say what you will.
When I was driving my dad in Georgetown, and when my phone was connected to dad's car, and then it was showing the music, he was like, what the fuck is Totally Accurate Battle Simulator? And I was like, it's a video game. And thank Christ he didn't play a track, because otherwise he would have he would have laughed. So
He would just slowly turn to it, it's like, shame.
he actually did. He was like, he was like,
the iconic dad slow turn. Well, it's just a thing. It's just a thing. Like they're literally. It's almost like it's like a subconscious hive mind thing. Like most normal people, where like they're programmed to like they just see. Oh, you see that fucker? He's listening to video game music. Fucking kneecap him. Don't let him walk again. I'm gonna see him bleed.
that movie
It's
was
just like-
great.
I was thinking, wait, what movie? It's like, I just saw this movie where like a lad was getting beat to death on a broadcast. Oh man, you should have seen it. 10 out of 10. We'll watch again. It's like, oh yeah, it's that one. Didn't actually see it, as you know already.
Yeah, RKE says 10 out of 10, which is funny because RKE were getting called out in that movie, quite literally.
Yeah, the movie literally had beef with RT, and the RT was like, it's such a great thing. 10 out of 10. We'll watch again. It's literally me whenever I have beef with my nan. She's just like, oh, he's great. It's like, Pat, I'm literally destroying your house. I'm setting fire to your couch. What do you mean he's great? But you know what? Fair enough. They're able to look past it. They're optimistic, unlike my pessimistic ass. They're able to look past the hatred and be like, you know what? He may have cursed my entire bloodline, but it was kind of fire. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Wait, was Kneecap in full Irish with subs, or was there like
It
occasional?
was mostly Irish, and then it was switched back to English. So, like, for example, the English people, like, obviously they were speaking English. But the ones who were Irish or who wanted to speak Irish were speaking Irish, and it was written in English subtitles.
So, like, what if I showed up to set one day and just decided, yeah, I want to do the thing in Japanese? Like, would they just let that happen? Because, like, I mean, like, you have all these guys like, oh, I want to do it in English. I want to do it in Irish.
They let you do it in the background.
No, but like, what if I was a main character and did that? They'd have to rechange the entire script because
Yeah,
you know
they will,
I wanted
yeah.
to do in Japanese.
Yeah, they have
Like,
to.
I feel like that's just only fair. I feel like, and you know what? I wouldn't want to just stop at Japanese. I feel like each new sentence I have, I change to a new language. So it starts at Japanese, switch to Swahili. By the time we're done, we've gone through 24 languages and I finished on German. I feel like that's fair.
I can't believe you're still able to learn Japanese well somehow. I just couldn't do it.
I didn't say anything about learning it well. I said I was learning it.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't.
Like, I tried learning. Like, I hop on Duolingo like every like.
Well, yeah, it's not really learning when it comes to Duolingo. It's like, how do you retain it then? That's the thing.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of like gym. You just kind of have to keep doing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
It's like I could go onto Duolingo right now and do a lesson. I still know the words and how to do it, but I wouldn't even know how to, like, do a proper conversation in German yet outside of the app.
Exactly, because I feel like realistically, it's the same problem with school. They don't really prepare you for all the scenarios. Like, say for instance, you crash land in the middle of, like, I don't know, some island off the coast of Spain, and you need to know, like, you need to be able to speak the Spanish. My legs are broken. I think my brain's leaking out of my ass. I need to get to a hospital ASAP. And then they're just like, okay. But I feel like all I'm gonna be able to do is ask for like a glass of water and a bit of milk, and then they're like, oh, okay.
At that point, it's sign language. Bones. Bones. Brain.
Yeah, sign language. Yeah.
You could
brain.
Go hospital.
What? Legs. What? Spine. Ow, fuck. Shit, I broke my finger.
Well done.
Yeah. Finger break. But I think, like, just Duolingo, it's like it just feels like a mobile game, honestly, more than like me actually learning the language.
Yeah, paying monthly to learn to play a game.
Yeah, I'm already like $50,000 in debt from gambling. My horrendous gambling addiction, and they expect me to pay fucking, what is it, like $12 a month? Just sort of like, oh my god, guys, no ads and infinite lives, and you get to learn twice as fast. I get to learn 0.5 as fast because I still just don't hop on Duolingo. I refuse to do it. It's like the government. Like, I refuse to do my taxes. Wait, can we edit that out? Can we edit that out, guys? Can we edit that out?
Yeah.
Can we edit that out? guys.
Yeah.
Listen, guys. I swear I do my taxes, guys. Guys, please. I do my taxes. I swear, I'm a good law-abiding citizen. I definitely don't throw car batteries in the ocean, guys. Please.
Harry, they bought it. We're fine. They don't know about the car batteries in the ocean, bro. We're fine, dude.
Nice.
That was Harry with the car batteries, by the way.
Car batteries.
Yeah, he did it. He did it, guys.
Car batteries, alright.
Yeah, he did it, guys. It wasn't me, guys. It was Harry the whole time. He was just throwing the car batteries in the ocean. But I'm still mad about, like, the whole, like, video, like, the way people got beef with, like, video game soundtracks, right? Because say what you will about, like, certain, like entire scores. Like, there are just some, like, speaking of the shared Spotify playlist, right? I'm on one with, like, two of my mates, and, like, consistently across the board, they say my taste in music is atrocious. And, like, they're more than likely right. But, like, there are just some tracks in there, some of theirs, and they're genuinely some of the worst, the worst bits of music I've ever heard of in my entire life. There's this one song by one of my friends who's like revered as like, oh, he's the best taste in music. He's the most solid choice. This is one, I don't know the name of the artist, but I know the song's called Boys and Girls. It's the most like just painfully just bad song. Like it feels like, you know, when you're like on the way back from a night out in town, like a few of your friends are drunk and like there's one guy like just like his face pressed up against the window. He's like, I down there, boss. Fuck, I ain't gonna be able to walk for weeks. Like that's the entire energy of the song. It's like that. What's that other song? Like the fucking what's the song where like the lyrics are just like dance monkey, like over and over and over again. That's like part of the chorus, I think.
Oh.
They're just it's so bad. You better look that up. And I'm just thinking, like, whenever I call them out, it's like, yeah, this is like genuinely the worst piece of crap I've ever heard in my life. And at least with me, like, whenever they listen to like video game soundtrack stuff, right? They like give it like a minute at most, and that's being generous. Sometimes it's like 10 seconds. They listen. It's like, right, that was bad. L, get that shit out of here.
Sounds like Dance Monkey is out.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's them, I guess. I was just like, but like 9 times out of 10, whenever I call them out for like adding like the worst, like most garbage track I've ever heard of in my entire life. Like I think also like another example would be like Stairway to Heaven. I don't know if I don't know who did it, but apparently the whole reasoning for why it's good, it's like it's iconic, guys. It's iconic. It's like it's really popular. I think. I'm just like, you know what else is really really common. You want to know what else? You want to know what else is like a really occurring fact?
What?
Traffic. But you don't see people fucking like, oh shit, look on the fucking motorway, it's backed up for at least 2.5 hours. This shit is fucking fire as fuck. Like, no, oh my god. Just because a lot of people know about its existence doesn't mean it's good. Like all the leaked documents from the US military government. You can't just say because it's well known, it's automatically good. Like, god damn. And like, yeah. No, go.
I'm not sure this is comparable, but like, it's like just because one person says it, that doesn't make it true.
Yeah, it almost feels. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's almost like peer pressure.
Or
It's
just
like
because one side or one demographic so on says that it's this or that doesn't make it true.
Yeah, it's like the whole like apes together strong mentality. Because enough of these dumbasses are saying this is good, that means just somehow automatically it's good. And that's why Taylor Swift is actually the true ruler of this world. And that when the dust settles, when most of the world is either flooded or burned, Taylor Swift will stand atop her pile of skulls with like a golden staff as she points her fucking army of Swifties to victory or some bullshit. Like that's my problem. Like most of her songs are just ass. Like they're just straight ass. It's like, oh my god, it's like that's all it is.
The only song I like from her is the song in Megan. It's Nice to Have a Friend. That's the only song I like from her.
And I'm gonna be real. I don't even know about that song.
It's actually a decent song. It's decent.
That's one good Taylor Swift song I didn't even know exists. You know what, Taylor? I take it all back. Bravo, you made one good fucking song in your entire career.
And in the film Megan, which wasn't exactly well received by audiences either. So,
which is weird since the FNAF movie did pretty fucking well. But I suppose it helps that it's FNAF, so. Yeah. Yeah, that was the problem, guys. Megan didn't have enough of fucking Shaggy as William Afton. That was what really fucking just doomed it to fail. Honestly. Like, if they had Scooby-Doo and Megan, honestly.
Well, they'll have the option to redeem that in 2025. So, Megan 2.0 coming in 2025.
Nah. Megan won't have done well enough to acquire the rights to Scooby-Doo. I'm just saying. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, bro. When do you think? Actually, yeah. When do you think? Because Warner Brothers owns like Scooby-Doo and crap like that. Yeah. When do you think that's gonna enter the public domain? Because we've already seen like Winnie the Pooh and Steamboat Willie. When do you think Scooby-Doo's public domain?
If they think they're done with the fucking thing, because I would imagine the reason that Disney let go of Winnie the Pooh and Mickey, or sorry, Steamboat Willie, was because they felt they weren't gonna use them anymore. I think that's what their reason was.
No. I mean, I suppose, yeah. Well, like, besides their intros.
I,
Yeah, I also like how you have to like correct yourself. It's like, yeah, they
I
got
don't
rid
see
of Mickey.
why.
I mean, Steamboat Willie. Guys, Disney, please. Please.
I know there's two
It's episode
different.
2, man. Come on.
I know there's two different characters. Steamboat Willie, Mickey Mouse. So
They're split personalities.
yeah.
Mickey Mouse was actually the dominant split personality that controls Steamboat Willie's life. That's why Mickey Mouse is actually a war criminal. But yeah, more on that later. That's coming out in episode 3 when we expose Mickey Mouse.
But given that they're clearly still going on with Scooby-Doo, some of you know of Velma, I don't think they're letting go of
That
Scooby-Doo
doesn't
anytime
count.
soon. No? Oh,
I
okay.
refuse.
Okay.
I like to I like to pretend that doesn't exist. I like to
I'm-
pretend that
I've never
like it
known.
was. Yeah, I like to pretend like it was all like just one big massive like moment of mass hysteria. Like it didn't actually happen. We were actually so like delirious and high off like fart fumes that we believed that something as atrocious as that could exist. And that's what I think. Chances are that's the most optimistic I'll ever be. So like yeah, take notes. Take screen recordings. It's the
Season
most
2.
optimistic I'll ever be.
Season 2 before it came out.
Season 2.
Yeah.
Viewers, whoever you might be, the fact that Velma Season 2 exists is proof that there is no hope.
And I heard that they bastardized or completely screwed up another character who's like Sally, I think his name is. She's like a vampire character. And they changed her look. And a lot of people weren't happy, I think.
I don't know enough the Scooby-Doo lore.
I know,
to really
no,
care,
yeah,
but
yeah. The point is that they changed something and audiences don't like it. That's what it is now.
Sally, vampire last name. I'm truly sorry that they had to make you change your fit. Rest in peace, I guess. You poor bastard. I mean, you're already in the Velma show, which is already like a death sentence anyway. But you know what? We can only bury you once. It'd be a bit counterproductive to like have it do like 2 fucking funerals. I think like I remember seeing like Velma dies at the end of season 2. They just straight up like shoot her or something. I think even like the final episode was like it was some crazy bullshit. Like they're all in like a helicopter near a mansion, and then like I don't know if it was like Scooby-Doo or Scrappy-Doo, but it kind of looked like some fucking like weird bootleg FNAF character.
Alright,
And
so
they just shot Velma.
that's what she looked like in the original series.
She looks like a character out of fucking.
And that's
the
what she
Batman
looks like now.
animated Low key, there's not that much of a difference.
The light is distracting us, but you'll see.
The
After.
lighting is.
Yeah, no, you'll see. Well,
Yeah. The lighting is really fucking up because I can't tell a goddamn thing. Let's say they were the same, but you know what? Maybe I just got cataracts. I can't actually tell what's in front of me anymore. I hate having vision, so that's why I removed it.
like 20 vision.
2020 vision. Harry, it's 2024. You're 4 years behind. Why are you still on the 2020 model? The fuck are you doing, bro? Get on the 2024 model.
It's the one that works best.
Works best, bro. You're dealing with old hardware. You might as well be fucking like looking at shit with a Wii U.
It's like, do you think a 2024 car still works best than a 2020 car? No,
I mean, but
because like you can still get it fixed compared to fucking compared to like having to get a new phone every time when they decide to dump out the older models.
I mean, either way, you can steal their catalytic converters, so it doesn't really matter. Like, think about it. I can just steal your car no matter how new it is, no matter how powerful it is. Especially a Tesla, but to be honest, I think I just blow up a Tesla. Or rather, the Tesla would blow up all on its own. Or just rust. Or the door would, like, take one of my fingers off.
Or
Like this little bastard.
or the glass would smash in the Cybertruck, like how it did on my car.
Yeah. I don't know how, like people like proper glaze Elon, and like this is the kind of crap he comes out with. I'm surprised. It's like that one episode of The Simpsons where like Homer like fucking like makes a car that looks like some shit out of the Jetsons. Like the Cybertruck doesn't even look that good.
No.
Now by that good I mean it looks like dog shit. It looks like
doesn't.
it looks like I like binged eat like like 20 balls of tinfoil and shat it out.
It was trying to look like a neon vehicle, like a sort of. It's very hard for me to explain.
I was thinking more cyberpunk, but Neon,
or
not really.
gosh, it's really hard
It
to
kind of
explain.
looks like it's like the lunar module on the moon. Like it looks like a fucking space, one of those little space rover he fucks on Mars.
Yeah.
Like I think that's what he was going with. Because if it isn't that, I have no fucking idea what the aesthetic is meant to be besides raw dog shit. Like it's so bad. It wouldn't even be so bad if the car was able to actually car. It can't.
What do you think of Elon Musk in general?
All right, this is where the podcast gets banned, guys. Everybody get ready. This is where the beef starts. I think he's stinky. All I'm gonna say. I think he's stinky. I think he's a poopy head. I think his hair looks weird. I don't like how he dressed up as Wario and did unspeakable acts.
I think he's alright. I'll be alright.
That's good.
I mean, in terms of that, Twitter.
Call it.
Now, his interpretation of freedom of speech apparently involves not shitting on straight people because he had the words cisgender blocked, or like you get in trouble for saying that on X.
Yeah. Well, I say yeah, but I'm a bit clueless. I mean, like, free speech should be, like, either you have, like, full reign to say whatever you want, or you have no reign to say anything. Like, I don't think we should be like, okay, you can say this, but not this, but also this. But you can't say this under this context. You have to say it like this, but not so much like this, because otherwise it sounds like this. And you can't say that, which sounds also like that, which is also bad. Like, it's another... back to things that I hate. Like, I don't get why there are just certain things that we just can't say. Like, obviously, we can't just, like, you know, go around doing hate speech. That's bad. Like, any dumbass could figure that out. But I feel like even just on the smaller scale, like, what about swear words? Like, in certain areas, like, you can't just say fuck. Like, people are just standing, look around, like, and then, like, act like they don't, like, they haven't said, like, infinitely worse shit on their way to work in the car. Like, I'll just say, like, man, I fucking hate this shit. And they're like, bro, come swear, you dirty little fuck. Come on. None of that fucking dirty language there. Stupid fuck.
Like our granny.
Yeah, literally, yeah. And then, like, on her way to, I don't know, Hoth or some kind, she'd be like, oh, the light screen! The light screen, you stupid fucking toad! Turn! As she gets stuck on the Lewis track. But that's a
Oh my god! I remember that. Oh my god. I can see the sign up there. There weren't enough of them.
There weren't enough of them. I didn't see the giant fucking...
I didn't see a sign that said no left turn.
There were 3 blinking lights in a row. They couldn't have been more obvious. What do you want? Do you want to be like, hey? Like, did they just have like a fucking air raid siren? It was like, no!
Did she drive with one hand covering her fucking face and then driving with the other hand? It's like...
Yeah. She was doing the new Mr. Beast challenge, guys. Come on. Oh my god. She is actually a creature. I swear to God. It's just I don't know how we've managed to survive in her car for as long as we did, given like the kind of crap. I'm still thinking back to your Karna vlog, where she's just she did like 3 or 5 laps around the general area before she's like, "We're a disaster. You're the one in charge of the car,
Yeah.
Granny.
Yeah, I know.
What's up with that?"
I giggle at Una, or no, sorry. I giggle at Greg and Terry, whatever the fuck their names were.
Yeah. And then they probably like walk outside and it's like, you were literally there yesterday. How have you already forgotten? It's like,
Shut up. Just shut the hell up. You understand me? I need to pretend like I'm smarter than those 2 dumbasses, otherwise my entire sense of self is gone.
At least that's what I think happened. I don't know. I kind of forget that she's an old woman. Yeah. I kind of forget that. I kind of forget that humanity is humanity. Take notes. Take notes. Never for a second relate to people. Never for a second get comfortable. Always be a hater. That's the way of life. Harry, he'll be optimistic and all that, but nah. I've seen the truth. I've seen behind the curtain. When you have... When you have a grandmother who will drive on public transport lines, no fucks given, almost like, come again! That's when you know. That's when you know humanity is doomed, and you should embrace that doom, embrace that despair. Harry will say otherwise, but me, no. And you're in for a ride.
No, I just remembered.
What?
I'm not wearing a fleece.
You know, I was gonna say something, but I kind of got caught up in the getting
Keep going,
high up.
keep going, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, I'll keep going. Yeah, and he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's never coming back. Abandonment. Right. Well, normally I would just be able to like bounce off him indefinitely forever, and oh hey, he's back.
I'm back.
Damn, that was actually kind of record time-ish. I thought
It was right there.
Yeah, I like to see that of the two of us, I'm the only one who remained on brand. Yeah, Fleece Nation, rise up. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because think about it, realistically, for all the 5 people who tuned into this crap, you were probably expecting something of worth, but you were robbed. You didn't get anything of worth. You wasted your time for however long this crap's been going on for. Every second you spent here is a second wasted, a second of your life. You will never be able to get back.
We have fleeced every second you have been listening to this podcast.
We are the master fleecers. You just got fleeced. You're never getting that moment of time back. Ever. You know where you are? You're in the fleece domain. The Fleece Foundation. You think what? There's gonna be something more? There's gonna be something worth? Nah, bro. We're fleecing your hopes and dreams while we're fucking at it. Just because we can.
And always will.
Yeah. Just like Harry just had to fleece his fleece because he forgot to put his fleece on. For fleece. My sense of knowledge has been fleeced because I don't understand why Harry couldn't put his damn fleece on.
How did I even forget? I literally did it last episode.
Because I fleeced your memory. You don't have that anymore.
Oh
You're never
Jesus,
getting
I
that back.
fucking did.
Yeah, I fleeced your memory. I fleeced your car keys while I was at it. I actually also fleeced your wallet. So
Oh,
like,
wait.
if you're wondering,
Oh wait, neither of them are actually there.
where are they, Harry? You know where they are?
I don't know. They're not here. That's for. They're gone. They're literally on my table. That's for sure. But
They're in the fleece dimension now, Harry. You're never getting them back. I have fleeced them forever. This is all part of my master scheme. This is what I call the fleecing. I will begin fleecing everything you own. The car keys and wallet, that start off small. Pretty soon you'll wake up in a bathtub full of ice. You're going to notice, why is one of my kidneys gone? I fleeced that too.
I look forward to that day.
You look forward to that shit. It's like, fuck it. What was that kidney doing anyway? What? Fucking regulating the blood and sugar? Nah, bro. Get that shit out of here. It looked gross. It looked like a potato, bro. Get that shit up out of here. What the Sigma? You're trying to think. Trying to think about what? What are you thinking about? Are you thinking about
I've been still
Are you,
thinking about the general quality of films that come out this year.
Oh yeah, because you do that a lot. He's actually
Too fucking often, yeah.
Yeah, he actually produced the entirety of the Jason Bourne movies. He actually did though.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Matt Damon himself. It was fucking me, alright?
Yeah. Not only was he the producer, he was the director, writer. Every position was actually Harry. He was actually the sort of hive mind leader. He created that entire movie while he was still in the womb.
Well, I purposely fucked up the Jason Bourne movie, so
Yeah.
in case if anyone wants to know why it wasn't that good, I did it on purpose. So
It was actually an act of sabotage. It was never about performing well or doing anything crazy with the money. It was about sending a message. Sending the message that Harry got bored. And he could do this whenever he wants, but he just decided not to for some reason. Which is exactly why Indiana Jones sucks ass, because Harry stepped down. Because he was a coward! We got a shitty Indiana Jones.
I know, guys. I'm sorry.
I expected better of you, Harry. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck, bro? We got a fucking Indiana Jones movie where they're time traveling, bro. It looked like some shit out. It looked like some fucking shit out of a regular show episode. Except at least then that would have been actually awesome.
That's how cheap it is.
Yeah, like I was just expecting. I was just like, with the dial of destiny, I will control the world. You know who else is controlling the world? Like I was expecting that. Like that's how little of a shit I feel like they fucking like had when they were making that fucking crock of crap. And at least then, if they had that same sentiment going through everything, at least then the movie would have been more fun. Like
Yeah.
would have been more like a piss take.
Yeah, and I held both Daniel and my dad at gunpoint to come watch it with me.
It wasn't at gunpoint. It was more like he poisoned our food, and the only way to get the antidote was to say yes to watching this
Oh.
interesting film. Yeah. As much as I'd like to, I can't just say piece of shit movie over and over again. It loses its charm after the first 25 times. I'm sorry.
It did.
Yeah. Much like how this movie lost my interest after the opening scene. It's bad. If anyone tells you to go see it, don't. If anyone persists, hit them with a baseball bat. And if they get back up, hit them down again. I mean, that's just good at like advice in general. If somebody keeps coming at you, you hit them, and then you run because the police.
I can't really think of any bad film in 2024. I mean,
Borderlands.
I mean,
I
I
haven't
haven't
seen
seen
it.
that. I haven't seen that either. But like,
Yeah, but I don't think we need to see it to know that it's bad.
no, I guess not. No.
Yeah, like as a proper, like a bit of a Borderlands enthusiast, like I was pretty disappointed. Like the second I saw the trailer, I was like, oh fucking hell! Like all the good work that was done by like recent video game adaptations have been kind of undone. Because it's just bad. Like it was kind of like with the Mario movie. Like remember when we all saw the casting? We're like, Chris Pratt is Mario. This is going to be the biggest shit that ever shat the bed. And then we were all pleasantly surprised. Like the casting kind of worked, right? Like I mean, well, what do you
Kinda.
think?
The only thing that worked was story. Well, I mean, the story that's debatable. Well,
It's Mario. Like the story's never going to be anything crazy.
I mean, the only way it'll work is because it's Mario. So
Yeah. Like I think it's fun. Like that's all it really needed to be. Like same with the Sonic movies. They were fun, and that's all that needed to really happen.
I guess the majority of it was like one big filmed version of the. Actually, how do I say this? It was
Well, I don't
one
remember-
big fan service of like everything that's happened in previous
Yeah.
games and shows.
Well, even then, like as a proper like Nintendo enthusiast as well. Like I don't remember the
Yeah,
part where
same.
Mario had to assemble the Kong army ran by Caesar. Totally.
Oh,
Well, yeah.
what a wonderful day that was.
Yeah, what a wonderful day! But as a Mario fan, I really enjoyed the movie. It was kind of like a Where's Wally thing. You just had to find all the little references. It was fun. And most of the casting worked. Like Seth Rogen, who I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Nah, it's like the second role besides. Yeah. It's the second role besides Mantis and Kung Fu Panda, where it's like, oh hey, I can't notice the Seth Rogen. Good fucking job, man. I can't tell it's you. And Chris Pratt did a good enough job like hiding himself too. And I only noticed Mario. Charlie Day and Jack Black did a really good job. And I kind of can't remember the rest of the cast, but I guess they were fun.
Angelina Jolie for Tigress.
Well, I mean, I was talking about Mario, but fair.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
Yeah, Jack Black was in it, but Charlie Day. Oh shit! I remember Charlie Day. He was the fucking alligator or some shit.
Yeah, sorry, that was my bad. I heard you say Kung Fu Panda, but
Yeah, bro's too quick on the gun. But low key, the only like decision I didn't agree with, like, in comes to like the casting, was I didn't like what they did with Cranky Kong. I just think whatever the actor was, it just wasn't right. It felt wrong. And speaking of wrong, there's the entire Borderlands cast, and I didn't even care enough to know all of them. All I know is that Kevin Hart as Roland. No, just no. I'm not even gonna try and entertain this shit. No, it's
Jamie
bad.
Lee Curtis?
Jamie, well, who is she gonna be? Lilith or?
No idea. All I know is that she's
I think she's Tannis, isn't she?
Hmm.
Yeah. As far as the trailers go,
And Jack Black. And Jack Black was Claptrap.
Yeah, Yeah, I think the only ones I could kind of see working were like Jack Black and the one who did like Tina. I think like okay, that could probably be okay. But I heard that like the guy, like I heard this from my friends, the guy who voiced Dutch Van Wonderland was actually the same guy who's doing Marcus in Borderlands, and I was like, oh, that could be interesting. Then my friends were like, yeah, no, he's actually so fucking shit. Like he's the shittiest shitty shit of all fucking shit. And I was like,
Actually, I know what the worst film I saw this year was.
but
Kung Panda 4.
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, right, we're back on that. Kung Fu Panda 4.
I am so glad I picked Monkey Man over that movie because I had a far better time watching Monkey Man than I did with Kung Fu Panda 4.
Yeah, like it's not a good sign when the Furious 5 are gone from a fucking Kung Fu Panda movie.
Yeah, only a minute or two in at the credits.
Yeah, they're literally the reason why Poe becomes the Dragon Warrior, and they're not even in the damn movie. But you know what? That's fine. To be quite honest, that's the least of our concerns. Because goddamn, it's the first Kung Fu Panda movie with an actually bad villain. How do you fuck up the? I mean, I suppose
Just
because
fucking crush that piece of shit.
yeah, there's literally like it's not even like I don't even like I haven't seen the movie, but I can already imagine
have.
it's not like the sort of kind of yeah. Well, you have. That's why you're talking about it. But like even like it doesn't seem like they gave him like the glorious kind of send off with Shen, where he just kind of accepts his fate. Like I got the feeling like it's some fucking goofy cartoonish shit where like I don't know like Poe's stepdad is sort of like fucking crash lands into her, and that's it. That's how she dies. That's probably how she actually dies in the movie. It's like just someone fucking pile drives her, and that's it. Not even a cool pile drive. They're just like fucking. Not even that. Like she just fucking trips on a banana peel or some shit. That's. Even then, that's being too.
I noticed they because like for if I remember correctly, for Puss in Boots 2, they made a new art engine for the film. So like if you can see the difference between the visuals in the first Puss in Boots and the one in the second one,
Yeah.
which I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
There was definitely a difference.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah, I think they used that new art engine for 4 because again I could tell the difference between 1, 2, 3, and 4. And
But much like video games, just because the
did
graphics
it
are
work
better
well?
doesn't mean
Not
game
really.
is better.
Did it work well
Yeah.
with Kung Fu Panda 4? Not really.
Yeah, I mean it goes with
Oh,
everything. Just because something looks prettier.
I know it's not a matter of like if it looks visually better. I just don't think it was the right art style. Is what I'm saying. I think it wasn't the right like art style for Kung Fu Panda 4.
That's kind of the first time I've heard that sort of argument for Kung Fu Panda 4. Like, normally it's just shitting on the story and such, but like, I never thought like visually that there was like a problem.
That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, no, like fair
It
enough.
worked.
Like, yeah,
It worked well with Puss in Boots 2. I just didn't see it work well with Kung Fu Panda 4. They should have just stuck with the one that was 1, 2, 3.
I mean, it probably helped that Puss in Boots 2 like had an actual sense of direction and progression, and like it sort of like the art style worked to benefit what was actually happening, as opposed to the art style just kind of being some Kung Fu Panda 4 just kind of like just got stuck with it. Yeah. It also helped that even if Puss in Boots looked like a fucking like Flash animation, it helped that the actual movie itself was good, like really good, like holy shit, this is amazing kind of good. Like there was a time when everyone like thought that like DreamWorks were unequivocally the goats before they started like pumping out bullshit again. Like that's how good it was. And I was just like, damn.
They can make good stuff when they put their mind to it.
Yeah. They can though. I mean, that's the thing with DreamWorks. They've always sort of been like a pretty mixed reception. Like you have your How to Train Your Dragons, you have most of the Kung Fu Panda, but then you got your Shark Tale. So it really is 50-50. Sometimes you get like the most banger trilogy with a shitty fourth part that no one wants to talk about, and then you get Will Smith fish. It's kind of the duality of man, the yin and yang. You have to have peak and dog shit. You can't have one without the other. If you could, well, I mean, you just have this then, which would be nice, but nothing's ever that easy.
I've only seen How to Train Your Dragon 1 and 2, not 3.
Yeah, neither have I. Apparently, it's like I think people say it's the best one.
Let me see.
Yeah. Wait, guys, we can't form our own opinions. We need to consult the reviewers. I mean, that's literally what I do all of the time. But like, listen, guys, coming up with independent thought. You really think humanity was destined for that? No. We must consult the tomato meter. Or the
How to Train Your
remorse
Dragon
meter.
3, the hidden world brings its saga to a visually dazzling and emotionally affecting conclusion. Okay, so yeah, there you go.
I can guarantee you that some fucker on IGN wrote that review. This movie makes you really feel like you're toothless. Fucking IGN. The exaggerated swagger of Spider-Man. Get the fuck out of
And
here,
it's
IGN.
done by Dean Dubois again, who I actually got to get into a Zoom call with when I was in college at one point during
Damn.
a period in art class. Yeah, but one of my animation teachers brought him into a call with us.
I like how casually you just bring it up. It's like, yeah, so the guy who worked on one of the most banger movies of all time, yeah, he just pulled up at the function.
It was actually it was really cool though, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt that. I'm just like, damn. He just showed up. Yeah. It's like that time when like those like college kids were just sitting in the room and it's like, okay, so we got the guys who did South Park in today. Let's just see what they do.
Story
It's like, okay,
structure.
here's how you make a movie.
This happens, therefore this happens. But this happens.
Yeah. And therefore this happens. Therefore this happens. But this happens. But this happens. Therefore this happens. I wish Family Guy would take those notes. I wish Family Guy would just accept its fate as brain rot material, as opposed to keep going. Like, let's be real. Like, most people's exposure to Family Guy isn't actually watching the show, like watching episodes as they air. It's just little shitty clips on YouTube, bro. Like, somebody would like be telling a joke, and you could unironic. There's a 50-50 chance that when you say, "Did you get that from Family Guy?" and they could say, "Yeah." Like, that's how embedded it is in our fucking brains. It's worse than Garfield, bro. I swear. Yeah.
Well, what was I gonna say?
The Family Guy brain rot's too strong. He can't remember.
Oh, it is. Some said that Hampton Hotel had brain rot. Quite
I wouldn't
frankly,
say brain rot.
I
yeah.
didn't see any fucking brain rot in that TV show. To be quite frank with you.
Yeah. I mean, I could see like maybe it's like it's a bit lazy, and I'm like, yeah, I ain't even gonna argue with you. That's low key just true. Like, let's be real. Like, there are
Well,
some
elaborate. I'm not gonna try to argue. Just elaborate, so I know where you're coming
Yeah.
from.
Like, okay, it's been said to like fucking back. Like I mean, we're a bit rich coming from me, but like they just like use like swear words like way the fuck too much. Like, I feel like okay, like obviously, I think
Go on.
go on. Yeah, I think some of the reason why you can't just keep saying swear words over and over, it's not because the actual words themselves are bad. Like, you could say fuck forever, but I feel like if you keep saying fuck forever, the impact and power of fuck becomes less strong.
Yeah.
Like you feel like
I
whenever
was trying to
someone's
too.
saying fuck, yeah, like you feel like you should only really use that when you need to. It isn't like the fucking bread and butter. It shouldn't be the bread and butter of your jokes. It's like a nice little like a nice little bit of salami that goes on your sandwich. You know, like a bit of a topping. You don't want to overdo it because eventually you get sick of it. And like I think just in terms of the plot, like as the further story goes, I found like bits were either just confusing or they just never elaborated on certain shit.
I thought it was a
But like,
decent enough plot.
yeah. I'm not saying the plot in and of itself is bad. Like, it's interesting enough. Like, okay, we have these absolute scumbags down here in hell. Why don't we try and redeem them with a musical number? And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. That sounds interesting enough. Fair enough. Go for it.
All I'll say is, right, that show, every episode, it kept me smiling the whole way through. So surely that says something how I feel about it.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying what it is. It's promising And
Yeah.
I just hope that they can keep that momentum going and make it into something really good. Because
Yeah.
right now it's sort of teetering precariously, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna become dog shit or like it might rise up.
And Vivian has that chance for the next 3 seasons. So
Yeah, a lot of one like big criticism that a lot of people say about Has Been is that they don't like how like Vivian like replaced pretty much the entire cast of the pilot with like more well-known actors. Like on
really,
the one hand, oh yeah, no, like pretty much all of the cast. Like I don't think, with maybe the exception of Charlie, I think literally every single member was like changed. I think even Alistair was changed, and the difference between
I
them didn't seem too drastic.
I couldn't notice the difference in Alistair at all, actually, or
You know that.
Angel Dust for that matter.
Yeah, I could be wrong. Like it's been a while since I checked this. If I'm wrong, feel free to stab me in the middle of the street. But like I feel like with the like on the trade, like it's sort of a trade-off thing, right? Like on the one hand, you get Keith David, my beloved, who is awesome, but it does sort of, because like Has-Been's whole fucking, especially with Hell of a Boss, like the whole like start off point was that it was a web series on YouTube, and then it got picked up by like a
824,
fucking
824.
yeah, and it got onto a streaming service, and it's sort of I won't say disrespectful, but it's a little bit like dirty that like they basically like, ah yes, now that it's this grand show, I shall now have grander actors and make this seem more grand, and like compare that with like
No,
sort of Smite. What?
no, nothing like how you're saying grander actors, like for a TV show. I'm pretty sure that's not how. Well, no,
Yeah.
actually, regular show had Mark Hamill. What am I talking about?
Yeah, like okay, I'm probably exaggerating things, but like you kind of get what I mean. It's sort of like for the show to succeed, it needed to be bigger. And it did kind of work. Like Keith David is really good, but I think like the rest overall is just, it just sort of puts a bad taste in my mouth, especially when you have some like a show like Smiling Friends,
Hmm.
where like it feels like like Zach and Mike are on like a sort of quest to find literally every single sort of guy in the internet and have them be in an episode. Instead of like Disney acquiring IPs and making like shit products, they're literally just like, all right, yeah, can you like be this little fucking goblin for like 5 seconds on screen? And a lot of people really like Smiling
Yeah,
Friends, so I feel like
yeah,
they. Yes.
yeah. So by fucking 20th Century Fox, that had Deadpool 3. No, we're not gonna make it too violent. Oh really? So yeah, Disney fucking definitely know how to stay consistent. They want to be the most politically correct company, yet they have movies like Borat on their streaming service. Not that I don't like Borat, I think it was a very fucking funny film. But from what I remember, that's one of the most politically incorrect movies to exist
Yeah.
on planet. Yes, yeah, so the only reason they keep it there is because they know that it's a great movie. Or funny
The
movie.
only reason they keep it there is because they realize the rest of their movies are shit. It doesn't even matter that like Borat's like a fucking amazing film. They're just like, okay, so like literally everything else we have is complete. We need some peak to balance out the dog shit. I think this is another problem. Like I think sort of Disney are self-aware that they're the problem and that they need to do something, but they're not actually going to do something. It's sort of like an inevitability where like Disney makes just enough money that they can keep themselves afloat. It's sort of like Disney has become the. I mean, this is kind of probably the worst take one can make, but like Disney as a company have sort of become like the rich spoiled kid living off their parents' inheritance, where they don't really do anything productive at this point. They just kind of make bad decision after bad decision, but it's okay. But because they're sitting on that massive pool of money, they don't have to worry about anything because it's like, what am I gonna do?
Oh
Go
no,
bankrupt?
everyone thinks that, yeah.
Yeah, they're like $1 trillion company, or well, I don't know, maybe not trillion anymore. Maybe they're like a lot of billions. But the
I'm, pre-
point is,
I'm pretty sure Universal are the ones to aggressive them at this point.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't know, but like the thing is, like Universal is always gonna keep like, well, every now and again they'll either produce like a kind of good, or like they'll produce like an actually banger movie. Like with Disney, it's like even if they produce dog shit after dog shit, it's like it'll never matter. Like we're probably gonna be geriatric old fucks by the time Disney starts seeing some real problems.
The only good films they're making are from companies they bought, not by them.
Yeah, and even then, like some of the IPs they're bought, like have also produced like just straight like sewage water in terms of filth.
20th Century Fox is always making good stuff. Like
Yeah.
Deadpool Wolverine, that's still getting mixed reviews from critics, but I still really like it.
Yeah.
Um,
Honestly, yeah, like I don't really like okay, like some people say like it's too meta, but I'm like that's kind of the point of Deadpool.
yeah.
Like okay, maybe there could have been like a like they could have done it like the delivery could have been better of like how they did that sort of stuff. Like they could have made the overall script be a bit more nuanced, but like I don't know, like it's like
Yeah,
comparatively I enjoyed this one more than Deadpool 2.
yeah, I did too. Yeah, no, but it's like if they know it's a film about meta, it's how they do it, or like A Quiet Place. If it's a film about silence, then it's all about how you do it right.
Yeah. Honestly,
Cause,
I like the sort of fourth
cause,
wall breaking more in the third movie than I did in like the previous two ones, which is kind of
cause,
weird because you would have thought they would have done it better.
cause remember, like I remember you were talking about too. It's called Quiet Place. Um, but in the second part, there was a far bit more talking than there should have been, even though it was
Yeah.
quiet.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like some, like I don't always believe the sentiment to be true, but sometimes like less is more, and I feel like A Quiet Place one like really felt like a really hopeless movie. Like it
Yeah,
really felt that like you're only like just barely getting by, and the slightest thing could like really fuck it up. You can really feel like the despair and
yeah.
fear. But with two, they just sort of got complacent. I mean, it's the sort of problem with all sort of horror movies. Like once you figure out how to kill the bad guy, you feel basically invincible. And like that's the problem. Like I felt like all the characters were just starting to get like really complacent.
All there was at that point was just like tense moments that were very easily able to be overcome.
Yeah. And at like no point did I feel like any of the family members with it were in any real danger. Like like I feel like besides the fucking dad sacrificing himself at the end of the first movie, like they telegraphed that. Like at no point was there any real like fear or like moment of like oh shit, all of these fuckers are like up for grabs,
At
which is a
least,
bit shit.
at least with J1, at least, like, because no one has killed him at that point, obviously.
Yeah. Like I'd say day one is easily and objectively the best like quiet place movie. I'd say.
I'd say it's better than part two.
Yeah.
But then
It's
I'm still debating which is better, part one or day one. But, they're both good.
yeah. I think there was just more happening in like day one. Like I know I just said less is more, but I meant more in like, like a speaking sense. Like it like what I meant was like, when people do get the moment to speak or make noise in a quiet place, like that moment is earned, and because of that moment being that moment now has more power. So I
It,
think I was going somewhere with that
it,
argument, but I don't really know where it goes. The point is, I'm right, you're wrong. Shut the fuck up.
it was nice
But yeah, I
seeing,
think,
it was nice seeing Eddie Munson in the movie.
yeah, he was kind of nice. He kind of reminded me of George. Remember I made that joke with fucking dad? It's like, yeah, should we prepare George for the apocalypse
It,
when the aliens invade Chicago?
yeah, I remember George asking, hey, is it ever explained where the aliens came from in part one or part two? And I said no, but there's a movie coming out day one that will hopefully do that, but it never did. But you know,
Yeah,
does
it
it
never
really
really did.
need to? Does it really need to be explained though?
Honestly, no. I'd say it's better that it's not explained. It's the same thing with like shit like Slender Man and Siren Head. The more you explain it, the more you understand it, the less scary it is. You're always
Yeah,
gonna be terrified of crap you don't understand.
yeah. It's better. Some things are best left unknown. So then
Yeah,
it'll drive like fear
yeah,
or curiosity, stuff like that.
yeah. Because the more you think about it, like you're not necessarily understanding it, you're just thinking about it more. But and then the thought of it is stuck more in your head, so it becomes more internalized and it becomes stronger. Like I feel like imagine if like they did like this PSA on like like internationally, it's like, oh hey fuckers, yeah, so these fucking aliens are gonna be like coming down from the sky, they're gonna kill all you fuckers, and if you scream, they'll fucking get you, and then everyone's like, oh okay, like no, it's the suddenness, it's the sudden like, wait, what the fuck is that? Like that's good because now everyone's panicking and you don't understand what's going on. That's fear, and that's
Uh,
good
every
in that
child,
context.
every child and their mom would scream anyway.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. Like, bro, like, no, back to things I hate. Babies in like any sort of apocalyptic or dangerous scenario. I'm gonna be real. If I was in a situation, like, let's say I'm in The Walking Dead or some crap. If I see a baby, I'm either running or putting that thing out of its misery, right? I am not taking any chances, bro. I'm not gonna be, oh, it needs someone to take care of it. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of it if you know what I mean. I'm not taking that risk. Babies, they're like, I'm in a situation where I need to like take care of myself, get food and water, make sure I stay alive, and make sure I stay out of the way of zombies. This baby is not only gonna be eating through all my fucking food and water and making all the goddamn noise in a fucking 5 kilometer radius. So every time it goes like, he shit myself, and then all the fucking zombies are like, oh hey, fucking free kill. But not only that, what the fuck's the baby gonna do? If I'm in a situation where like either I'm dealing with the zombies or fuck I'm in a firefight with like a bunch of assholes, what the fuck the baby gonna do? It's like, no, the baby's gonna be fucking useless. I could maybe use it as like a football. I'm like, oh.
I wouldn't be surprised if a baby will be a thing in the new A Quiet Place game, The Long Road. If that, because already they're making asthma a thing in it, so you have to use your inhaler every now and then in the game.
I feel like that because like inhalers kind of make a bit of a noise whenever you use them, don't they?
They do, yeah.
I think that's like an instant death. It's like, oh, you guys need to breathe. Okay, I'm good.
I mean, I'm still gonna play the game anyway because it's A Quiet Place. So
Real talk though, no horror game will ever beat Outlast, and that's just a fact.
yeah,
Yeah, I think like,
in terms of fear, you're right. But
I think just in terms of an overall horror game, it does everything pretty much perfectly. The only criticism I could give it is that because it's so damn good, most other horror games aren't going to be able to really surpass it as much.
but then the moment I bring up Outlast 2, what are you gonna say to that?
It's shit. Fucking worthless. Throw it in the bin.
The Outlast Trials is actually good though, however.
I haven't played it. So most experience I got is Dead by Daylight, so wouldn't.
It's basically Dead by Daylight. Only difference is no one plays as the killers.
Yeah, it's like Alien versus Predator, and they're the Predator. I get you. It all makes sense. I mean, different kind of Predator, but you know.
Okay, well.
Yeah, we're gonna get banned. Episode 2.
Might as well say all that in Morse code.
Yeah. No, hit him up with the. This isn't actually sign language, by the way. I'm just being devious right now.
Anyway, I'm. Huh?
Huh?
No, you go.
Huh? I'm still thinking though, like Resident Evil, like not Resident Evil 2, but like Outlast 2, like I don't know why they deviated like so much.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't seem like I feel like for Outlast 2 they should have done a prequel instead of like a sequel. Like I mean like okay, it might be a bit redundant with like Whistleblower and everything, but I feel like maybe play as one of the patients.
From what I heard, there's a note in the game that reveals that it connects with the timeline.
Yeah. Well, that's like imagine like in fucking like Mass Effect 3, like a game so drastically different, like okay, different, like let's say different timeline, where like Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3 are so like drastically different in like quality and like just like overall like what's in the game, and the only thing that links them together is like this one codec entry. It's like, oh yeah, no, they're like in the same timeline. Like they're two separate games. Like let's be real. Like Outlast 2 feels like more like one of the modern like Resident Evil games. Yeah, like it's basically just Resident Evil 7.5.
Yeah, big mistake making that game open world.
Yeah, I don't even know like, why is it open world. Like that's another fucking problem, right? Like the
Now,
one of the great.
now it's a bit rich because Resident Evil 7 and Village are pretty much open world, or and 2, or at least the
I
ones
mean,
that place. But like not like
I mean, you say open world. I mean, it's not really. Like the
no.
map's big, but like it's not open world.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is that there's a lot more space to walk around in Outlast 2 than there was in Outlast 1.
Yeah, it's like saying Mario Odyssey is open world. Like it's not. Like all the worlds are sort of levels, and the
Like
map itself is big, but like
like
it's not
Outlast
open
1,
world.
Outlast 1 is more claustrophobic than Outlast 2. And at least they
Yeah,
corrected that in the Outlast Trials. It was a lot more claustrophobic in that game too.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like I wouldn't really consider myself too claustrophobic. Like if someone told me to get in a cardboard box, I'd be like, how quickly you want me in there? But like
Hmm.
Outlast, like it really fucks with you. Like I could be play like I mean it helps like with the right conditions, but like even like let's say I started playing now with like the lights on and everything, like Outlast would fuck with me.
Like every Chris Walker section would just have you scaring the shit out of you. Like
Yeah, no, like he's menacing as fuck. And that's what I mean. Like you never like that's another problem, right? Like I mean I know it like comparing A Quiet Place and Outlast is like comparing apples and oranges, but like I feel like the problem is with like Quiet Place, like once they revealed how you know how you can kill the monster, well now there's a sense of like almost like hope, like a sense of calm, like a sense of control. Like in Outlast, you're never given the opportunity to fight back. It explicitly states, yeah, if you try fighting, if you try throwing hands, they're gonna fucking rip that thing off and shove it up your ass. You either hide or you run, or you die. Either or. I think that's what's really good about Chris, because you never kill him. You get to see him get absolutely fucking bodied by someone even stronger. It's basically like what? It's basically like getting beat up by like Jake Paul, and then like fucking Mike Tyson comes behind him and like.
oh well.
Yeah. It's a good way to like build up like a sense of. It's kind of like Dragon Ball, like in terms of like building up hype. Like hype's sort of a double-edged sword. It does mean that like hype will eventually fade with time, but depending on how good the thing like the hype surrounds is, the hype will last a lot longer. Which is why Dragon Ball is gonna like have hype last around it far more than the MCU ever will. Just saying.
Or Prime.
I mean, let's be real. Prime was never good to begin with. I mean, I guess the hype was, hey yo, bro, I put fucking chemicals in a bottle. Drink up, bitch. Woo! That was about it, though.
Hmm.
I
Anyway.
still can't.
Huh?
Huh?
No, you.
Yeah. I still can't believe like there's like people who got like legit cases of like I think it was cancer they got from that shit.
From Prime.
Oh, you know, from Prime, yeah, like legit. I don't know what kind of cancer it was.
No
I'm
wonder
guessing it's
they're
like,
getting fucking lawsuits.
oh, yeah, no, it's not just the fact that like they're generally unhealthy and like they were being sold to kids and like doing like just the general. Oh, it's not good for your body. It's like it's legit. Like if you drank that shit daily, you would actually get cancer. I don't know what kind, but it'd be one of them.
Oh well, it's rum, folks.
I mean, not really. I mean, okay.
No,
like,
no, not the people drinking it. No.
Yeah, I was about to say like, oh yeah, it's your own
Jesus,
fault,
no.
man.
Jesus, no.
All you have to do is not develop cancer. That's all you got to do.
No, Jesus,
That's
no.
fuck's sake.
It's like people marketing it are the ones that know what's up with the drinks. So, you know.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like, okay, well, wait, I just like to clarify. I'm not playing devil's advocate this time. It's like cigarettes. Like, they didn't really know what was really, like, they didn't really know, like, the long-term, like, bad shit that was going to happen if you kept fucking doing it. So, they probably couldn't anticipate that if you kept drinking that shit, you'd get cancer. But even still, fuck them.
Anyway, I'm pretty much out of things to talk about.
Yeah, I could probably bullshit on about some other crap, but honestly, I feel like, yeah, this has sort of lost all its steam. For the one person that's still listening, remember this. Always be a hater. Never stop hating. Every waking moment, you should be hating on something. Unless you're Harry, in which case, I don't know. Do what you want, I guess.
You are.
Alright, well, that'll be it for the for this episode of Fleet. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one.